In this video, I'm going to be discussing more on everyday wellness. I'm going to be talking about this concept I'm going to be introducing that has to do with basically starting small and growing, but more thinking about this in terms of an intermittent pattern and also in relation to time frames and to also pace ourselves. And that's this concept of the moment breeding momentous motion towards more more of this movement through mountainous terrain. And the moment that moves us through more of this momentum that we develop through coursing through and navigating the world starts with these present encounters with often local and our direct associations and relations to the present moment and gaining this sense of presence that we can build more of a momentum to our motivations and direct our energy in a positive way that fuels our perceptions, fuels our emotions, fuels our feelings, fuels our actions, fuels our behaviors, and fuels subsequent emotions through being more present within the moment and building this momentous apparatus. And this often starts with starting small and starting now and being present of what we can do in the now and starting to scaffold on this and snowball from this. And that allows us to gain this momentum that can allow us to accomplish great feats, such as hiking a mountain, a pretty large mountain. I'm not sure if you've ever done that, but there's various terrains and sometimes obstacles. Sometimes you have to do a little bit of rock climbing, and it can be it's very interesting because you really see in real time how the body adapts to those various conditions. And I think if you're any bit like me, that's very enjoyable, and it's a very enjoyable novel experience, especially the first time you do it, and how it engages the body um, and the mind in various ways. But that all starts with taking these first steps and being aware and recognizing what we can do right now, even when it's difficult or even when it's challenging or even when we might not want to, but we want like a particular long-term outcome or a reward at the end of the day, or to accomplish something or do something that's meaningful to us. And so taking those first steps and starting within that moment, allowing us to cultivate more of that momentous pattern can go a long way to promote more of this positivity and positive well-being. And I just wanted to close this video off with a bit of an update on my book on healthy skepticism in particular. So I published like a really rough version of that, and it's all self-written, and I did a quick skim through it, and that's all self-edited. And the next round of self-edits is going to be likely going to be released in July, and I'm going to be starting that soon. I just took a hiatus from that temporarily, and I wanted to just kind of get the thoughts out there, just sort of brainstorm and jot a bunch of things down and put that out there pretty quick, kind of blitz it. And that's going to be a progressive thing I'm working on. And it relates to this theme in this video about focusing on the moment and really building that momentum. And I'm hoping to do that progressively moving forward. I'm going to consolidate a few things in the first sections of the book. And this next part is going to be completely done and independent by me. And likely the whole book will probably be like that, but I'll be open and receptive to feedback as it's coming in. So far, I haven't got any, so it's completely purely all from my head and my work and everything I've done. And I'm hoping to actually be integrating some aspects of what I'm posting here on the video based off the reception I'm receiving in terms of the views and the likes, and that'll give me a good gauge of what is really resonating with people, and also the areas in which people might not be understanding. So I might be also um, maybe trying to engage the audience more, and hopefully can get some comments on that going forward, and do a little bit of research on that. But I'm hoping to put out a quality book by the end of the year, by the winter, on both on synthetic meaning and philosophy of healthy skepticism. But right now, I'm going to be doing more of these polished edits that I have on synthetic meaning. Again, both of the books I've completely done myself. Nobody else has touched it. Nobody else has uh, uh, provided any comment or feedback or any guiding advice on them so far. So I'm hoping to get that in the upcoming future, probably before the official publication or shortly after, because I do plan on actually doing another version that I'll be releasing probably after the first printed copy, but we'll see how that's going and how that goes. And that edition will probably likely combine both books into one, but maybe remove some sections so it fits, because I noticed more as I was going through the process that there's a lot of parallels between the two. And what I'm really working on is more of this positive, psychologically sustainable wellness infrastructure rather than psychological sustainability that you see in more of a healthy, a philosophy of healthy skepticism, and wellness infrastructure that has more to do with on synthetic meaning. And so I've really combined that two, and that came out mostly as I was producing these videos and as I'm continuing to do these small mini shows and putting them out there. So I hope you enjoy.